Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we're gonna talk about whether or not I have the fake Pinarello, which here in North America it's known as a Chinarello, and I'm gonna give you quite a few tips how you can protect yourself when you're about to purchase one, and whether or not, in case if you already purchased one, whether or not you have the fake one, and what are the side effects, what are the dangerous and liabilities that you may pose if you do actually have one, and if you want to keep on riding it. So before we go any further, hit that like if you found this useful, and subscribe over here because I'm gonna cover quite a few details over here, and let's get into it right now. So a couple of years ago already, if you guys know, I made a transition from a very kind of entry-level alloy frame to a carbon Pinarello Quattro. And what I do have in front of me over here is the 2015 Pinarello Quattro, just the last year before they disconnected this model. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video over here, there are a few videos out there on YouTube about the whether or not you have a fake Pinarello and what's happening out there. The reason why I'm doing it is because every year the companies that are manufacturing, that are creating the fake Pinarellos, what we call them, the imitations, are getting better and better. So for example, if you do have a video out there on YouTube that's 5 years old, chances are that that's going to be a Pinarello with a very fake kind of looking style forks. So the forks are going to be very narrow. It's going to be very easy to tell that you have a fake Pinarello looking at those videos. However, we are now in 2020, August 2020, and the fakes have become a lot more genuine, and you wouldn't be able to tell how you can how to notice them. Now, since we're talking about how to find out about the fake or not, I'm gonna give you a first tip right now that you can protect yourself over here, and you can kind of do the research on your frame that you're looking to buy, whether or not it's a fake one before you hand over your cash. And that's the tip number one right here. So if you look at the bottom bracket over here, there's gonna be, and I'm gonna just cover mine for the safety reasons, there's gonna be a serial number right there. See what I put my finger? So that's the serial number right there, where you will be able to write down that serial number on a piece of paper. And what you will do, I'm gonna put a phone number or even the email. So put an email down at the description where you're gonna be able to email Pinarello in Italy. And what they have a database, what kind of what bikes were sold, and they have a database of all the serial numbers available. So if you do, in fact, and I wish you the best, you are buying the genuine Pinarello, they will be able to confirm your serial number right at the bottom over there. So their serial numbers should be matched, and they should be able to come up with it if it's a genuine example. Now, what I want to say is that make sure that you get that right, and then you can hand over the cash. That is for you guys that are buying it from the unauthorized places, like a private sale, estate sale, you name it. However, if you're buying it from the genuine Pinarello dealer, you should be good to go. Now, let's get to the point two, which is very important, why people do this. So as you guys probably know, Pinarello, like a brand, attracts a lot of attention. For some cyclists out there, it kind of resembles the prestige, and that goes for a question, why people do this? Well, why people do this in 2020? Because they would, for example, hold on to the components that were given away or that were obtained from the old bike. So what people want to do, they would they would buy on eBay a fake Pinarello frame, and what they would do, they would throw those components on a Pinarello, on a fake, what we call it here in Canada and USA, Chinarello. So what ends up happening, you have a bike that has a very modern components, but you do also have a very good copy of Chinarello frame. And what ends up happening is that people would ride that kind of bike for a couple seasons as experiment to kind of see what are the differences between the real and between the fake. However, what you have to keep in mind is that there are safety reasons. Now, the Chinarellos out there that I have been following, they may have gotten much better. Like, for example, they have these matte finish paint job, so you wouldn't be able to tell. See, as I rub it here, the paint jobs are incredible on the fakes. However, what they lack of, they lack the structural support. You may be doing 50 miles downhill, and the Chinarello frame can just burst. So you may injure yourself, and it may probably result to death. So those are some of the limitations and issues that are out there with the fake Pinarellos that we have been noticing, you know. Now, speaking about the earlier ones, you would usually notice them, you know, with the cheaper components. So for the reference over here, I'm running the Campagnolo Tina. Let that thing zoom right here. But what I've been noticing with the fake ones, they would put a pretty nice higher end frame and they would throw on a Shimano 105. So why would you have a Shimano 105 on a Pinarello higher end frame? Doesn't make sense, you know. There's a lot of gap there, if you know what I'm saying. You do have an expensive frame, but you do have a very low end components. That should be the red flag right away if you're buying one. And that's what has been happening in the past. Now, in the recent times, and this is the main reason why I'm making the video, I've been noticing a lot of fake Pinarellos with the Shimano Altigra Di2. So you basically have a top-notch Shimano components that are mounted on a fake, or I should say installed, on a fake Pinarello frame. So these are the trends that we've been noticing in 2019, 2020. You do have a very higher end components on a fake frame, which is like I said, which is very important that you contact the Pinarello in Italy and get them to confirm that serial number and see what you're getting yourself into, you know. And I hope that was useful to you. And now I'm gonna answer your question whether or not I have a real or fake Pinarello, because already in about 3 years I had my Pinarello on my channel. I've been showcasing it, and I've been giving people tips what to expect from it, what to learn. And I have a good news for you. If you have for example, Pinarello Quattro or Pinarello Raza or the lower end model, these bikes don't seem to be copied, don't seem to be kind of reproduced in shady factories that produce the fake frames. So basically what you have to watch out for is if you're buying the Dogma, if you're buying the F12, these are the models, you know, that people tend to come up with the fakes. So those are the ones that you want to keep an eye on. If you're buying the mid-range or the lower end Pinarello, chances are that these models are not usually known to be fakes. For example, I've been following the Pinarello worldwide on the Facebook forums, you know, and usually we don't come up with many Quattros that are fake. Usually it's the F12 now or the Dogma 60.1. These are the ones that get copied quite often. And that was that. Hope you found this useful. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and take care. Bye-bye.